But here we go into battle. Game number 2, Synergy versus ACES. Lineup changes are as follows. Nothing really. The AMX 5100, 5100, 290s, VK2801, Bison, and T2 Light for ACES. Synergy, same lineup as before with the Chaffee, T69, 290s, an AMX 5100, the Sturmpanzer, driven by No Nick No Skill, and the T2 Light. We will expect to see them push right through the middle straight away, or will they change their tactic entirely? I expect them to change their tactic. Very rarely will you see a team push aggressively twice in a row. It's just not something you see very often. As we can see, they're moving up into the middle position actually, but they're going further to the west this time. Beforehand they went through the middle largely, and this time they're swarming from all over. Drag is going forward first this time to see if he can draw any attention away. I kind of feel like the sniper up here, Saving Private Ryan. Oh, sorry. As I say that, we have some action going on the far side here with Krigley and Golcond against Jared. And Jared takes a little bit of damage. And we see... Oh, Virtus comes forward and tries to get the damage on Jared, but Jared backs off. And instead, Virtus gets shot to the face, and so does Golcond. That shot was obviously aimed for Virtus, trying to get him, but Golcond takes it instead as the shot flies on past him. Illusion, yes, instead takes a shell in return fire, and Jared is still able to dodge, where Virtus takes another shell to the face. It's fantastic shooting here from Synergy, and I believe that's Drag getting the shots off. Yeah, it must be Drag from that sort of angle. Golcond is keeping Jared lit up, but Jared is also keeping them lit up. I wouldn't be surprised if some shot from the Bison from armor does connect to Jared soon enough. But in the meantime, Dark Gonzim and Orange 34 decides to push into their base. They're getting caught by Lieutenant Kurt, who reveals that there is some sort of push coming this direction, but it's only the Chaffee and the T2 Light. And so that means ACES has time to respond if they so wish, but in doing so they could jeopardize the rest of their forces. We see that Lieutenant Kurt is playing very intelligently, trying to keep Synergy away from taking the base without anything. And oh, Orange falls off the platform, but does get the kill on Lieutenant Kurt. Quickly skipping across here, and Jared did get hit, but not by very much damage, and he's doing just fine. Golcond and his teammates ACES are trying to retreat back, and Synergy are yet to lose a tank at all in this set. Drag takes a great shot there from the Bison into the face. Pings go out though to K0, where Synergy obviously think, hey, Drag says that must be where he is. There's no way he hit me from anywhere else. He must be in K1. So that information is always really valuable when you're a pro player, to talk to your teammates and say, hey guys, this is where it's coming from. This is where things are happening. If you get spotted and you can't see the enemy, they've got a bigger tank than you. They've got a better view range. So you can work out roughly what it was that spotted you, if you are spotted without spotting them. So we have Illusion, yes, moving up with Povertel. We have Rockhiss Drag holding up into the middle with No Nick No Skill actually incredibly far forward. It looks like the tables have been turned to Synergy, and Synergy are cornered into the southwest of the map. And well, you know, Synergy has to be careful that if they move up with half their forces, they could still lose this. Obviously, they've only killed Lieutenant Kurt. Although they got the position advantage, they could spread themselves too thin. And if ACES decide to break out of it, you know, they could still do some serious damage to Synergy and could even take the win. But Krigley is caught, or not on his own. Golcond is there, but it is 2 versus 3. Illusion, yes, takes some damage, but a lot more goes back to Krigley and Golcond, and they're going to go down if something doesn't happen quickly. But Tony turns up, and what the MX 5100, and all 4 of ACES are here, trying to do some damage here to Synergy. Jared, Illusion, and their teammates, Povertal, are going to go down if some help doesn't happen, but they're trying to take out Tony, who's trying to angle himself between them and his teammates, and this is what I was talking about. Synergy has to go and cap the base now because they're not going to win the fight. Kasomi's not going to go down. Jared is trying to take out Golcon, which isn't going to happen. He's going to go down. The fight was lost, but is the war lost? I am not so certain. With 2 tanks capturing, Drag should have just captured, because they would have won by now if he had gone there. But he's going to try and prevent the enemy team from getting into position. And that's what I was talking about with ACES breaking out, but they didn't do it fast enough. The AMX 5100 were in the wrong position to arrive early enough, and that means that ACES oh my god, a lucky hit from the artillery resets the cap, and Synergy now are in a lot of trouble with Drag. Wait a minute, the AMX 1390s and the AMX 5100 are actually on really low HP, and Drag could get this back by getting 2 kills, and he does. This is actually a lot closer than I thought, and Dom comes around the corner, tries and takes out Drag, and Golcon is trying to take out No Nick on the other side. I'll try and keep them both in the view for you. While the cap is going on though, the cap does finish, no more resets happen, and Synergy take the second game with a capture, and ACES lose again. I was surprised though that ACES almost came back and ACES almost lost the battle as well as the war. At first I was thinking, okay, well they won that decisive victory against Synergy, but they will lose the capture. But then the capture was reset by a great shot from the artillery, but that was then foiled by Drag being able to kill 2 from the Synergy team, and from the ACES team. So that was crazy, that was really unexpected. So if we go ahead and have a look at the schedule, and we see that this is the final game for tonight, and I will update the scores. Boom. Has to be a quicker way to do this. And we have game number 3 coming up soon with Synergy versus ACES. Synergy currently winning 2-0, showing how aggressive play can really beat the passive camping style that we've seen so far by some teams on Abbey, where they go to the west and they just stick there for the entire game, not really responding. We didn't see that so much on the first day. One team tried it and they were reasonably successful, but due to the shortcomings of the other team, where Rage was playing very well at first and then just totally ballsed up. Although I don't want to say the enemy were camping, because they were taking the east and Rage were taking the west. It was very even in that sense. But when Rage played aggressively, they did take control and they did win. And we're seeing this from Synergy. They did take control and they've won. But Gratiam didn't. They had the ability. I've seen them before play very aggressive, whereas League of Liberty have always played defensively. I expected Gra to take control and win. They didn't, and League of Liberty shows that their tactics can work, and they're very good at defending, don't get me wrong. It's just not the most entertaining matches to watch. In the game, we see that they are switching out some players there on ACES again. I guess they are trying to put some fixes in. That's the VK2801 that's getting subbed out with Virtuous. If we look at the last 2 games to see his performance and see how much damage is done by the VK. And the VK didn't die, but did 438 damage. And in the previous game, it did die and did 830 damage, which is, you know, quite low, but it is only 6 points. And it's not that much lower than its tier 8 counterparts. So I'm not sure if they should blame the tank, but yeah. So yeah, so I currently stream to the UK servers for Twitch TV, and I'm thinking that I should move them to the German servers for you guys, because a lot of people are reporting that you're getting a bit of lag, and I should go Central European. So if you guys think that I should move them to German, please write German in the chat. And if you think that keeping in the UK is better, just say UK. That way I can know that, try and get a better place to stream to for you guys to receive less lag. Because remember, I've got to be able to have a good connection to them, so I don't want to go too far from the United Kingdom where I stream from. But anywhere mainland Europe should be okay for me. That would only cause a delay from my end. It won't cause any viewer discrepancies from your end. But you guys, if you know, all more central to European, might get a better connection. So we're trying also to organize the 360p settings and 480p, and that should help us improve the quality with you for you while you're able to still watch the stream if you've got lower bandwidth. If you have less than 2 meg, please say in the chat. If your download is less than 2 meg or around 2 meg, please say in the chat, because I believe you will find this stream very laggy, because we run around about a 2 meg stream consistently. So you guys will have quite a bit of lag if you are running a 2 meg connection or below. So please let me know if you want me to stream from Germany for 1, or 2, if you have a 2 meg connection or below, please say. Right. Scores are as follows. Red Rush leading the way. Red Gra second place. Mind third. Aces currently fourth but losing 2-0